What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope here, Rob Ricks. I'm gonna give this next video here is for people that have been in a long relationship and it ended horribly and they end up on the rebound path. So I was with my ex for over 7 years, and we were supposed to get married and things fell through and didn't happen. And as we ended that relationship, I found myself rebounding like crazy. And there was a couple of girls that, even though it was quote unquote rebound situations, I think would have been, fine. I think from a relationship point of view, it could have worked out and it would have been pretty good. But they were pretty leery about the whole situation, considering that I had just came out of a long distance relationship and I had all these powerful feelings that I thought I was feeling for them. And that's rebound. Rebound is a bitch. Rebound is horrible. And I found myself spending just a lot of time in strip clubs with some of my friends, because in a strip club you could be anybody you want. There's this whole sense of fantasy, and you have these girls coming up and approaching you, and that really feeds your ego. And it also feeds their wallets, but you pay to play. And there was this one girl. She was really hot, and I basically just, she was like a psychologist. I vented all of my feelings, all of my emotions, and you know, I uh, I thought at the time that I was developing feelings for her because she seemed like, a very cool chick, and she was, blah blah blah. And so I realized, you know what, this bitch is probably playing me, so I'm gonna give her an opportunity. So I went and I got $600 out, because I figured the amount of time that I was spending in the strip clubs hanging out with this broad over a period of 2 months, it would be easily 600 bucks. So I went and got 600 bucks, and I had it in 20s, and so it was a pretty good size chunk of money. And I walked up, and we were upstairs in the VIP area, and we were talking. And I pulled out this money and I put it down, and I said, "Listen, I really like you, and I kind of need to know where your head's at. If I'm just a customer, I'm more than happy to continue this as a customer. Here's $600. There you go. 600 bucks, just as you as a gift. And that way I know if you take the money, I'm just a customer to you. There's nothing else. There's no chance of anything outside of this club. 600 for you right now. And I'll still hang out with you, and I'll still, get dances from you and whatnot. But I know our relationship is customer and dancer. Okay? It's a fair thing. Give her 600 bucks up front just to get definition and get understand the role better. Okay? She takes the money, she thinks about it for a second, she hands it right back to me. She says, "No, what I feel for you is much more than just being a customer." And that made me very happy inside. It made me super happy. I said, "Well then, if that's the case, I'd like to ask you for your phone number. I know that's a no-no. You're not supposed to see people outside the club and whatnot, but I really like you, and I'd like to get a chance to know you better outside of this environment." So she gave me her phone number, and I talked to her a couple of times on the phone, and we set up a date later on that week. Now, I went to work and I was excited, and I had a couple of people that were like, "I don't think this is a good idea, Rob." One of them was a girl who I was seeing, and one of these was a girl I was seeing, and we stopped seeing each other because of the whole rebound thing. And she cautioned me. She said, "Rob, it's too soon. I don't think this is a good idea." And I said, "Oh, it's fine. I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself." So I had a girl up in the front. Her name was Mel. She's one of the coolest fucking chicks you'll ever meet. She's just a fucking awesome girl to hang out with. And I told Mel everything that was going on, and she said, "All right, I wish you the best of luck." And I went and I got a bunch of fucking roses. I got a bunch of flowers and stuff, because it was a first date, and I wanted to, make a good impression. So we went to the spot where we were supposed to. I went to the spot where we were supposed to meet. And I had these flowers, and I had the whole day planned, and I had made preparations for me to take the day off at work and things like that. And that was really hard at the time because we had a lot of projects that were coming to a head, and it was crunch time. So for me to take time away from work was a big deal. So anyway, I'm sitting there waiting. 30 minutes pass by, 40 minutes pass by. So I'm calling this chick on the phone. And I call and this other girl answers the phone, and I'm like, hey, is such and such there? And she's like, hold on. Then I hear the phone just slam down. Yeah, it's the guy, you know? And so she gets on the phone. She's all, hello. I'm all, hey, I thought we had a date. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. I think it's a big mistake. And, you know, you're really pressuring me. And I'm with somebody and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. You know, wait a minute. I thought you said you weren't with anybody and we had this understanding and I was just going to give you money if it's just this customer thing. What the fuck? You're playing with my fucking feelings? And she just hangs up on me. And I just fucking, my heart exploded, the emotions, just, you know, it just was horrible. And I said, motherfucker. So I go back to the office. I go up to Mel and I hand her the roses and I said, these roses are for a real lady. These are for you. Thank you for being my friend. And she knew, you know, she's like, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm like, no, it's fine. You're just a fucking idiot. So I go back in my cubicle and start working. And the girl who I had been seeing, she peeked over and she's like, are you okay? I said, you see this on my forehead right here? It says bitch. It says idiot. Stupid ass. And I just felt like shit. So anyway, a few days later, I'm at the club. And this girl is just hammered drunk. She comes up to me and she's like, I want to talk to you. I said, no, you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You know, now I understand clearly how everything is. Don't even worry about it. So she goes and walks off. And this club had this routine of playing Motley Crue's Girls, 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 and all the girls would get on the stage and, you know, they would be there and whatever. Well, anyway, my birthday was rolling up. And I had all my homies were like, dude, we're going to give you a fucking raging birthday party. So we go to this particular club and they grab 5 girls that they know are just my fucking flavor. And they pay them for just a shit ton of lap dances and all this other stuff. And my brother swings by and he's like, hey, what's up? And he buys me a glass of Coke because, you know, I wasn't drinking at that time. In that club, you couldn't drink anyway. It was full nude. Or not full nude. No, you could drink there. It was the other club we went to, you couldn't drink. The full nude one, you couldn't drink. This one was topless, so you could drink. But he knew I didn't drink at that time. I didn't start drinking until I was fucking 27. So anyway, he bought me Cokes. I had the table full of Cokes, French fries, and all this shit. And we were just sitting there, all hanging out, having a grand old time. And I had this one girl, she was stuck to me like fucking white on rice. And I told this other girl, yeah, you know, the story of how this girl fucked me over and whatnot. And she was like, that's fucked up. You know, I would have took the money. I would have told you straight up, yeah, I want your money and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yep. So the girl comes, they do the Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. And here comes that girl again. She's on stage drunk off her ass. And she comes up to me later. I got all these girls around me. And she's like, you want to dance? And all 3 of these girls said, nah, we got this handled. You know, you've done more than enough. And so she's bent. She's upset because she knows I fucking snitched her ass out to these girls. And I didn't give a fuck, though. You know, fuck her. You know, I gave her a business deal. She passed up on it. She played with my fucking feelings and emotions, so fuck her. And so anyway, she had all kinds of fucking problems. She had issues for days. And so anyway, these girls were fucking awesome. The birthday went well. And I'd see that girl from time to time, but, you know, I never got dances from her again. But if she had just took the money in the first place, I enjoyed hanging out with her. I enjoyed talking with her. I enjoyed, you know, that professional relationship. If she hadn't crossed the line and played with my fucking feelings, it would have been fine. Right? So, as a long-winded way, fellas, if you're in a long relationship and it ends, be very careful. Because right after a relationship, your emotions are just retarded. Retarded. You want to rebuild what you lost. You want things to kind of go back to that pattern. And when you don't have it, it just sucks. And then when you find somebody, you get this infatuations and, you know, your dick gets horny and all this other stuff. And if you're getting good sex, and you just easily fall into that pattern, and you will freak a girl out. You know, you will freak her the fuck out. And just understand that might not be real feelings. you know, give yourself a, like, realistically, for me to get out of that rebound zone was over a year. It was over one whole year. It took me a year to get this girl out of my system, out of my mind, and me to be able to be focused on what I wanted. All right, guys. That's it for this story. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell all your fucking friends. Be good to each other.